Hey guys, welcome to So Check It Out, product reviews by a married couple. We are the married couple. I'm Jake Sochek.
And I'm Melissa Sochek.
And today we're going to be doing a review on the Instant Pot.
I was intimidated initially when we got the Instant Pot, but the more I used it and the more I sort of broke it in, the more I came to love it. Yeah.
It's kind of like, it's evolving.
Yeah.
Like you learn more and more about it. I even read today, because I belong to the Instant Pot community on Facebook, they said that you can make wine in it.
I know, you told me that. I'm like,
really?
I
don't know if I didn't really read much about it. I don't know if they're just pulling my leg, but if you can, I'm trying that.
I've made so many, I'll say in the tutorial too how much I've made with it.
So with that, we'll get to the review of the 6-quart Instant Pot.
Here's the Instant Pot. This is the Instant Pot 6-quart. It's pretty straightforward. Let me just say, when I first got it, I was a little intimidated because of all the control panel here.
I'm still intimidated, by the way.
It's a pressure cooker, so I'm thinking, oh my God, it's gonna explode in my face. That was my first thought. But I would suggest when you get it, it comes with a recipe book, and it also comes with a manual. Read through the steps. It shows you exactly what to do. Once I got the hang of it and decided to venture out and make something in it, I think the first thing I made was steamed butternut squash. I've made several batches of chicken broth. I've made pork ribs, hard-boiled eggs, and lots of soups and stews. That's how I ventured out. So it comes with a pot. You always want to use this. You never would put anything in here without, any ingredients go inside this stainless steel pot.
What's that thing right there?
And this is the rack. So like when I made my hard-boiled eggs or I made the pork roll or the ribs, you put it on this rack. Because if you don't, it can have a burn notice show up. Also, never want to go past the max here because a burn notice will also show up on here. And there always should be some sort of liquid on the bottom of whatever you're making, whether it's rice or whatever. You just follow the directions. The manual has, like I said, you have the cookbook. There's a lot of recipes in there. And then online, there is a load of recipes and bloggers and vloggers and YouTube and whatnot, and you can find so many great recipes on there. So this is the control panel. It has a soup broth button, a meat stew, bean chili, poultry, rice, multi-grain porridge, and steam. You can do a slow cook, play around with your pressure levels, saute, yogurt. Usually I'll put the pressure cook on, and then I adjust the time to whatever time I need. It's off right now. You can also delay start it, which is nice. So if you wanted to put everything in there and you're going to work in the morning or going to run errands or however you want to work it, you can delay start it so it can start when you want it to.
The final outcome of the food is delicious.
It is.
I love how it makes rice, risotto. Oh my goodness.
Yes, that's right. I made risotto and it turned out so good.
Do a little risotto dance right now. So tell us about this lid.
It has this ring here, this it's like a silicone ring. This metal part does not come off, but these come off. These gasket pieces come off. You clean them occasionally. But otherwise, when you're finished with your meal, you would just give this a soapy sponge, rinse down under the sink, and then you're done. So it has close and open and the triangle arrow pointing down, and you want it to be on this little divot here. So you place it down here on the side, and you'll hear that little song that it plays. And then you twist to where this is center with the control panel. This is also really important, this seal. you want to make sure that this is on seal. And this gauge will pop up when it's pressure cooking. At the end, it depends on your recipe, and it'll let you know whether you do a natural release of pressure or whether you do a forced release of pressure. And I always put a mitt on my hands and move it to the side because it comes out very strong, the steam, if it's right after you're cooking.
Along the lines of the rice, no mess.
Yes, good point.
When you're
Oatmeal
making rice,
too.
it's always the fountain of rice overflowing.
Yes.
It's just a mess on the counter, on the stovetop. This is no mess. That the thing inside here, the stainless steel drum, super easy to clean. I mean, because I usually do all the cleaning after dinner.
Yeah, I do the cooking, you do the cleaning.
Yes, it's a good team. And super easy to clean. It's not like a burnt rice pot where it's like, just ruins your evening, where you have to soak it for 3 hours. So I like that about it. We wanted to go to a demo of the broth that we make. We make it twice a week almost. It's just the base for the baby food that we make. So Melissa's going to demonstrate that.
Hi guys, I wanted to show you, I make this weekly, and this is one of the ingredients in our baby formula, and it is the broth. So I get a chicken and cut it down the center. I bring it over to the pot and put the chicken in. And I get, I don't know, I try to measure about 2 tablespoons worth. You don't have to worry about like peeling your vegetables. Just give them a nice rinse, and I'll kind of scrub down the carrots. But 2 carrots, I cut them up. 2 pieces of celery, I cut those up. And I get an onion and cut it in half. I make this all the time, so I just get like 2 large pinches of salt. And I fill this up all the way to where it says max. You don't want to go over that line. So I forgot garlic. I don't even take the skins off. I just throw in 2 cloves of garlic. And there you go. Push down and you'll hear that sound. Tells you that the lid is on, and then you slide it and lock it in place. And up here is seal. This is vent, and you want to make sure it's on seal. And what's cool is I just push the broth button. That's the highest time it will go, is for 4 hours. And you're gonna hear it start. There it is, there it is, it's on. The Instant Pot now says off. It has a timer. Once the cooking time has stopped, the pressure release timer then clicks back on, and I think it's 8 hours, and now it says off, so it stopped timing. Show you what my broth looks like now. It's beautiful, rich broth. It's super awesome, and I'll show you what it looks like in the jar. And this is what the broth looks like. We usually get about 3.5 quarts of broth, and yeah, it's a good appliance to have in your home.
So final thoughts with cheddar here. It's appropriate because he's named after food. So I really love the Instant Pot. He's super easy to clean, little intimidating for a guy, or maybe not just a guy, for me. So I'm going to give it, just because of that, I'm going to give it 4 check marks.
I would say I'm going to give it a 5 check mark, just because if we didn't have it, I would be really sad. I really like my Instant Pot.
Oh, she'd be sad about it.
I would. And I'm really happy with it, and I feel like it's cut down on time for dinner. Other recipes that we cook in there, they don't take that long. It's nice.
It's really
especially good for like ribs. I can cook ribs in like 2 hours. 5 check marks.
5 check marks.
Yeah.
I give it 4. So with that, please subscribe to our channel if you like our videos. Give us a thumbs up. Any comments below? We'd love to hear from you. I'll put links below on how you can get to the Instant Pot website. Also the Facebook community, and yeah, Cheddar loves it too. Just keep tuned for more reviews, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.